Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm Pastor Dave. It's February 28th, 2012, and I want to propose a question to you right off the bat. Do you believe Iran, uh, their intention is to build nuclear weapons? Now, I try as much as possible to stay away from mainstream media news, but what I'm going to play you is the audio portion of a video that has come out from CNN, where a gentleman is explaining Iran's nuclear intentions. Now, I want to know, believe it or not? I'm going to play the audio for you. Then leave me a comment, believe it or not. I want to know what you think as we look at Bible prophecy in the news.
Well, Iran says very clearly that it is not building a nuclear bomb. It says that it's never done any research into building a nuclear bomb. It says that all of its nuclear activities are directed towards purely peaceful purposes.
Explain it to me.
The trouble is that it's not many people in the international community believe Iran. They do believe, and there's evidence to suggest that in the past they may have conducted some research which would be relevant to making a nuclear bomb.
Does Iran have a nuclear weapon?
What we know is that it certainly doesn't have a nuclear weapon. I mean, that's one thing to make absolutely clear. What it does have is the ability to enrich uranium. Uranium is the substance which is needed to fuel nuclear reactors, and if you enrich it even more, it's the substance that you need to create a nuclear bomb. Iran has been enriching this uranium for years now, as it has every right to do, because it's a member of the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. It's allowed under that treaty to enrich uranium, but the trouble is, in the past, it's not disclosed some of its activities to the international community, and that's why there's such a lack of trust with Iran at the moment.
The IAEA's
the
role.
IAEA is the UN's nuclear watchdog agency. It's the independent body which has a whole range of nations that are members, including Iran, that inspects nuclear facilities, not just in Iran, but all over the world. There are a lot of questions that the IAEA has that Iran has not answered. For instance, it wants access, the UN does, to suspicious nuclear sites that it suspects may have been the location where nuclear weapons testing may have been carried out, or development for those weapons may have been carried out. And so there are lots of areas, lots of gaps in Iran's story that it has yet to fill out.
Sanctions against Iran.
The United Nations Security Council has sanctions in place against Iran. The United States has very tough sanctions in place as well. Most recently, the European Union said that none of its companies would be permitted to import oil from Iran. So those sanctions striking at the heart of Iran's economy. It's one of the biggest oil producers in the world. So far, though, none of these sanctions have had the desired effect, which would be to get Iran to end its nuclear activities, or to open up its nuclear activities to further inspection. Instead, Iran says that it's going to press ahead with them. It's being defiant in the face of these sanctions.
Now, that's a mainstream media, I hate to say it, CNN report. Now, what I want to add in the mix is we know that the inspectors were turned away just recently. I just brought you that story from inspecting this military site, military facility. Iran said, no way, no way are you getting in to see what we're doing here. Story I just presented to you, I know, mainstream media, but has the whole Iran nuclear fiasco been explained? Did he explain it perfectly for you? Why would Israel want to do an airstrike on their nuclear facilities? Now they're keeping the United States in the dark. If something wasn't really going on, and why not let the inspectors into the military facility in Iran? Why turn them away? Did this mainstream media broadcaster? Did he explain it all to you now? And are you satisfied? Leave me your comments. Believe it or not? Believe him or not? God bless everybody. I love you. And what is your opinion?